starting by 6. Network, light, some issues, but we're here. So we're going to be making very simple dinner, right? Oats. Oats is something that is very healthy and of course rich. So we're going to be just a simple way of making oats and how you can cook it. We are cooking this one. We are not making it to the overnight oats or anything like that. So first I would like to show you the ingredients that we are going to be using before we get into cooking proper. Okay, so we have this is the oats itself. We're going to be using, of course, milk, and then we have we're going to be using coconut shavings, a lot of it here, and then we'll be using our apples, right? We'll be using our apples too. So if you're the type that loves sugar, you can add, but I'm going to make this one purely without it. Okay, so first we'll be cutting out and getting the quantities that we'll be using. So this is we are measuring, getting half a cup. Okay, I'm getting half a cup of oats. And by the way, this is rolled oats. It takes longer to cook. We have the one that takes a minute or two. This one takes close to 3 to 5 minutes for it to cook. Okay, so you can see it. This is rolled oats. So we'll be using that. But first, let's go and light our burner so that we'll begin the cooking. Okay, so someone is already here. Okay, this is Matthew, said watching live from 042. Welcome, Matthew. Welcome to Chanty's kitchen. Welcome to my kitchen. So we are just going to be making a very fast dinner. Okay, so before I light, I would like, if you've joined us, to tell us where you're watching us from. So I'm going to begin using a cup of water. Okay, this is a cup of water into a clean pot. Remember, we are making oats. Half a cup of oats, you need a cup of water. So I'm going to now light the burner. Let's just light it neatly before you see. Okay, so we are going to light it, and then we have this. A cup of water is already here if you just joined us. So we're making oats, so we have a cup of water in here. And like I said, to those who are just joining, we are using rolled oats. Okay, so I'm going to add it. So half a cup of oats into a cup of water, and then we'll just stir it and then cover it to cook. Remember, it's going to cook for 3 to 5 minutes while we get our fruits ready, okay? Because it's going to also be very nutritious. So it needs to be packed full of 1 or 2 fruits. So I'm just showing you how to do this without spending so much. So we're going to allow it to boil while we get back to this other section where it is time for us to now, cut our fruits. And we're starting with apple. So we're going to, dice this, get it ready for the oats. Okay, so we're starting with our apple. You can ask your question if you just joined us. We need to know this apple has been washed with salt and is clean. So we're going to begin. I have a way of dicing apple, but because, okay, let me show you the trick. Let's do that. In through the middle. So we'll keep this face down and then we go to this one. So we begin this way because I want it to have a peculiar design. Always be careful of the seeds. Be careful of the seeds. It said that it's a little bit poisonous. So if you eat it that much, there might be challenges. So where are you watching us from? How has your day been? We are making dinner, and this dinner is going to take 3 to 5 minutes to cook. and I'm just slicing the apples that we'll be using to also, garnish what we are doing. So I'm going to show you a trick or two that would, make sure that the apple does not discolor. Okay, I'll make sure the apple doesn't discolor. I'm going to face the camera for you to also see the oats. The oats is still cooking. Look at it here. It's boiling. It was almost, because it's rolled oats, it takes longer period. I'm even going to lower the heat so that it does not, boil over. Doesn't boil over. So how are you and where are you watching us from? Remember, this is still Chanty's kitchen, and like I say, from time to time when I'm in the kitchen, I will show you one or two things. So this evening we are making our dinner, and the dinner is, we already have our apples. We sliced it. I'm sure you saw we were slicing it. So I'm going to show you how to, make sure that your apple does not change color after cutting. I think I've shared this hack before on my page. So if you're just joining us, remember you can go back and subscribe if you've not subscribed. So first, we're going to add salt to a very clean water and stir. And then we're going to drop the apple slices inside. We are going to just stir it, and then we'll drain and make sure the water is out, right? So I'm going to set this one aside. So once the apples, they've been here for some time, so this is what we are going to drain it, and it will sit waiting for when we are going to use it. Okay, so that's the apple. It will never discolor, it will just remain perfect. Okay, so meanwhile our oats is still cooking, it's even boiling. You can see that's why you need to check it from time to time to be sure. Yeah, it's already dry. So I'm going to switch off the fire. I'm going to switch off the fire. Okay, so it's off now, and then we'll just be getting ready. Okay, getting ready to plate it. So get ready to plate it. We get the board cleared. So we return the board back. So almost ready for plating time. We have this. Yes, I'm going to bring it closely so that you see it well. So where are you watching us from? Let us know in the comment section. Did you have a great day? Okay, so let's plate it. And to plate. So we just made half a cup of oats. Yeah. Half a cup of oats. So basically, I don't use sugar, but if you use sugar, it is fine. So I want to show you how that is done. If you use sugar, it is very, very okay for you to use sugar, but no sugar for me. So I want to clean off the spoon, no waste. So this one is enough, depending on who you're dealing with. Okay, so we have this. This is our coconut flour. This is our coconut flour. Can you see it? It's here, coconut flour. So I'll be adding some portion of it into what we are going to be eating. So let me know where you're watching us from, if it's something you would like to prepare. So we have, I'm going to add it first, add the milk and add another batch. Okay, so tell us where you're watching us from. This would be nice to know. And our apples now. Remember the apples? Remember the apples, right? So we're going to be the apples. I want to line it in such a way that it will be a beauty. And another good thing about this is that it's not a must that you should, it's not a must that you can eat everything now. Oats is one of those things you can actually store. You can store your oats in the fridge if you feel like. And then it will be time to now say, okay, let's add our liquid milk. Okay, so this is the one. I'm adding it. I want you to see how sumptuous this can be. At this stage, if you love sugar, you can also add a spoon or two, but I won't be adding sugar because I don't use sugar in my cereals naturally. So this is a healthier version. You can still add more coconuts and all that. Now, oats, if you're the type who is watching weight, like I said, you can have, let me show you clearly. Look at it, very simple and very nice. You can have your dinner. Yeah, Matthew says yummy. You can have your dinner by this time. That would be good. And oats is particularly good for Weight Watchers. It's good, for the body. Okay, so look at that. I'm going to take, let's take a bite. Let's taste it. I didn't add sugar. I know someone will say we need to add sugar, but hey, I think it's okay. It's so nice. It's very, very nice. Okay, so I would like to know if you're going to make this. Remember, let me take you over what we did. We used half cup of oats and a cup of water, and within 3 to 5 minutes it was done. And we had to use apples and coconut shavings, okay, plus milk to garnish it. So that's the way it panned out. And like I said, if you're watching weight, this is something you can try. Okay, so like I said, I'll be showing you simple recipes, breakfast, dinner, snacks and all that. So this is for dinner. You're meant to eat your dinner before 7 p.m, right? So hey, you just say hi, tell us where you're watching us from, because we're almost about to say goodbye. We didn't waste time. So this is what we need. This is the rolled oats. This one is very good for making granola. It's very good for making granola. The other one cooks faster, right? Okay, so and we also used apple. For those that don't know, once you add salt to water and put your apple, it will never change color again. Okay, so if you have a question, you can ask. If not, like I said before, we'll just be doing this. I'll have to go and enjoy my dinner. And I say this is particularly good for those who are watching their weight. You have coconut, you have apples, you have milk, and you have your oats. If you're the sweet tooth type, you can add sugar. You can even add salt, depending on what you want. So, see you next time. I don't know. Whenever, I will let you know. And thank you for joining. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please do so. And subscribe. Tap on the subscribe button, subscribe. Watch our videos, long form, shorts. We always drop that of hacks, daily hacks. Just check them out. Thank you for watching. Bye. and have a great day.